Yeah.
Good morning and a very warm welcome to all. Today we are here for a virtual launch of CollabCAD software with MoU signing and release of CollabCAD ebook. You'll also hear some inspiring words from our eminent guests. First of all, I would like to invite TDG and HOG CollabCAD, Dr. Savita Davar ma'am, to deliver the welcome address.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all to the virtual event for the release of CollabCAD ebook by NIC, Untitled Innovation Mission and CBSE, and also to the signing of the MoU between NIC and Central Board of Secondary Education. I would like to thank Shri Ajay Sani ji, Secretary Mighty, Shri Manoj Ahuja ji, Chairman CBSE, Shri Ramanan ji, Mission Director, Atal Innovation Mission, Dr. Joseph Emmanuel, Director Academic CBSE, Dr. Antriksh Jori, Director IT CBSE, along with our Director General Dr. Neeta Verma, who have spared their valuable time and joined us physically or virtually for this event. The support and encouragement of all of you has brought us here today. A brief history of CollabCAD is that around the year 2000, it was decided to reduce the dependency on expensive multinational CAD software and build one of India's own. Thus came up the idea of developing a 3D CAD software at a time when people were mainly talking in the 2D CAD domain. And we also decided to bring in a unique feature of collaboration, which would enable designers sitting across geographic locations to collaborate on the same design. A little later, the strategic sector organizations like Bhabha Atomic Research Center, Mumbai, of the Department of Atomic Energy, and Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, Thiruvananthapuram, of the Department of Space, also boarded on the development of CollabCAD, and this helped us to build a very highly advanced CAD and drafting system with product lifecycle management. This indigenous CAD software would greatly benefit not only the strategic and industrial sectors, but definitely the education sectors. Before I go ahead, I would like to mention the vision and guidance of Dr. Gerola, our former DG NIC, and Dr. H.K. Suhas, the former HOD CollabCAD. This was instrumental in the development of this product, and the support and guidance of our Director General, Dr. Neeta Verma, has taken this product forward. In the words of our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, the more we give importance to skill development, the more competent will be our youth. Hence, we had all gathered here together for another 2 milestones in our continuous effort to digitally equip our students for their readiness to join the future workforce. Today, we launched the ebook for CollabCAD software, which will act as a primer for students of CAD and also for other CAD professionals. Further, NIC and CBSE will be signing this MoU to mark the collaboration for CollabCAD in CBSE affiliated schools. So, with this brief introduction, I would like to extend my warm welcome to all our guests once again. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, I would like to invite Director General NIC, Dr. Neeta Verma ma'am, to share her valuable insights.
Thank you, Richa. Respected Secretary, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Shri Ajay Sani ji, Director General CBSE, Shri Manoj Ahuja ji, Chairperson CBSE, Shri Manoj Ahuja ji, Mission Director, Atal Innovation Mission, NICI Aayog, Dr. Ramanan, Director Academic CBSE, Mr. Joseph, who has joined us in person, Director IT, Antriksh Jori, DDG and HOG CollabCAD, Dr. Savita, Mr. Rajendra Sethi, officers of CBSE, Atal Innovation Mission, NICI Aayog, colleagues from NIC, and all of you who have connected with us online today. As Savita has told, CollabCAD is a 3D CAD software developed over the years in close collaboration and guidance with Bhabha Atomic Research Center and Vikram Sarabhai Space Center. This software, when designed, was quite a unique and had a niche component of collaboration for 3D design across continents. And they had a big project where over a long time, this project was actually developed where some scientists were there here in India, some in Bhak and some were in abroad. So a very, very innovative initiative, and it has really served for a long time the purpose of designs which were strategic in nature to these institutions over that time. And today we are very glad that this software, which is completely built in-house, is also being now shared for our students to hone their skills as far as 3D design is concerned. Because and it is not only in schools, it is also has been given to vocational and training institutes, polytechnics, and also in the colleges. It has it's a very simple software. At the same time, it also has industry grade features like collaborative design, drafting, surface modeling, visualization, so that it can be used for scalable designs ranging from simple screw design to complex machine or structural components. In this world of today, when we have this additive manufacturing, smart manufacturing, AR and VR, 3D modeling becomes core to all these activities. And various domains in our country, whether it is aerospace, automotive engineering, defense, robotics, architecture, and constructions, this all are going to use these new technologies, even education for that matter, when we'll go to VR and AR enabled education for simulations in various fields to give real life experience to the students. And there, this understanding of these softwares, having an experience of this software will go in a big way. I understand with our collaboration with CBSE and Untitled Innovation Mission, this will be available to all the students who are undergoing engineering graphic course during their practicals in labs, also in the labs, adult tinkering labs, and I think some 5,000 to 10,000 students on a regular basis will be benefited. And the main thing is, if with this software they can not only learn these basics, they can also design 3D models, and in a very innovative way they can learn these things, and having this kind of a knowledge already with them will give them a competitive edge when they go forward to their full-fledged engineering or master's degree into this, and will position them into competitive position having this kind of and I feel if as Savita said in our Prime Minister's vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat, when we are going to particularly promoting industry and manufacturing in the country, this kind of initiative will significant in a very, very significant way. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Now we are going to play a short audio visual to show the glimpse of CollabCAD software.
Computer-aided design and drafting is an important technology domain extensively used in many industrial applications, including automotive, aerospace, industrial and architectural design, robotics, and many more. Most of the leading computer-aided design softwares are non-indigenous, hence expensive to purchase and to obtain continued support. National Informatics Center has come out with an innovative, affordable and country's own CAD software, CollabCAD. CollabCAD is an in-house production of National Informatics Center, or NIC, developed around open source technologies, open standards and open platforms, thus resulting in an affordable and indigenous 3D CAD and drafting software. CAD Group of NIC has been working on CAD products and engineering analysis with graphics software since 1980. With this experience, the group started a prototype CAD software using open source tools. NIC formed Collab Cad consortium with Bhabha Atomic Research Center or BARC and VSSC Vikram Sarabhai Space Center for creating advanced features like 2D and 3D constraint solver, including degree of freedom calculations for creating parametric sketches, and 3D tolerance analysis and synthesis for manufacturing tolerances in assembly design. For interoperability between CAD systems, data exchange formats, IGS, STEP and STL are supported. CollabCAD became a stable product with periodic releases to be promoted for CAD education, designers and SMEs. NIC also conducted benchmarking with 3D modeling at BARC, VSSC, IGCAR and GTRE. Moving forward, to enliven imagination of our students in this era of digital India and to create new ideas in area of product design, NIC has initiated CollabCAD in educational institutes, polytechnics and engineering colleges. NIC has collaborated with Atal Tinkering Labs 3D Design for 3D printing project under Atal Innovation Mission NITI Aayog. It will give exposure of CollabCAD to young students of class 6 to 12 in more than 5,000 schools across India. A 3D design challenge was launched for students for creating 3D models on CollabCAD software and uploaded to CollabCAD portal. With the need of the hour and availability of high bandwidth internet, CollabCAD portal was created with enhanced download facility of CollabCAD and NIC moving towards cloud-based technologies. CollabCAD Group developed and introduced eCollabCAD 3D Web Viewer. It provides a secure environment to store 3D digital models created in CollabCAD standalone software and published to the cloud storage with an online 3D visualization experience on modern browsers running on desktops and mobiles. This enables anytime, anywhere access to the design data. CollabCAD was introduced through a Memorandum of Understanding with Central Board of Secondary Education, New Delhi, for use of CollabCAD in engineering drawing curriculum. Students and faculty of schools across the country learning CAD concepts with CollabCAD will be beneficial in engineering for different industries. Simultaneously, NIC introduced CollabCAD software as a part of diploma program in training centers of IGTR Aurangabad, Kolkata, Ahmedabad for connecting to small and medium-scale enterprises in the country. CBSE Engineering Graphics curriculum has improved with new revised syllabus for students in 140 plus schools affiliated with CBSE New Delhi. The latest version of CollabCAD software is released for use by students and faculty for practical exercises. It is beneficial to nearly 5,000 students across the country. In the journey of Digital India, NIC is determined to deliver state-of-the-art, affordable and indigenous products and platforms to the nation. CollabCAD is one of the many NIC's offerings towards Atmanirbhar Bharat or self-reliant India. CollabCAD. Enliven your imagination.
This was a short AV on CollabCAD. Now I request Mission Director AIM NITI Aayog, Shri Ramanathan Ramanan sir, to share his inspiring words.
Thank you so much, and good morning to Mr. Rajesh Sahni, Secretary MeitY, Mr. Manoj Ahuja, Chairperson CBSE, Dr. Neeta Verma, DG NIC, Savita Ji, the DDG and HOG of CollabCAD, all the other dignitaries who are present here today. It is indeed a pleasure, privilege, and a great honor for Atal Innovation Mission to be present on this very, very important occasion of the release of the 3D CollabCAD ebook. Atal Innovation Mission, as all of you are aware, has been at the forefront of introducing a problem-solving, innovative mindset into young students, school students across the country. Today we are indeed under the vision of the Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister of India, and under the auspices of the NICI Ayog, we have established over 7,000 Atal Tinkering Labs in India, spanning 680 districts, and over 3.5 million young students between grade 6 to grade 12 have access to the latest of technologies like 3D printers, robotics, IoT devices, miniaturized electronics, augmented virtual reality, do-it-yourself kits. Using these, the children are able to tinker with, play with, and create solutions for problems they see in and around the community, thereby transforming themselves from a rote learning mindset to a problem-solving, innovative mindset that is very much necessary for creating the Atmanirbhar Bharat of our dreams. More importantly, as they go and move into universities, with the hundreds of Atal incubators fostering over 1,000 startups, 1,600 startups, and over 500 women-led startups, it provides the ideal training ground for young students from schools to become entrepreneurial in their thinking and to think of creating startups. And indeed, in a world today, as Dr. Neeta Verma rightly pointed out, where technology is reshaping the world landscape, and where the way we are experiencing the world or the world is experiencing us is changing rapidly because of all these latest technologies, it is very important to provide young students from schools the tools that are required to shape their thinking, to be able to design great products. And 3D printers are here to stay. 3D printers are enabling you to conceive, conceptualize, design, develop, prototype, and actually manufacture a product right in front of your eyes in the confines of your classroom, in the confines of your lab, or in a small setup that you may have. So 3D printing is revolutionizing the way you can design and develop new products. And that is extraordinarily important for our engineering students, for them to be able to exercise their imagination and create new products that will be of great value not only to the MSME industry in preventing export, in preventing indigenization from being limited, but also in creating a great export market for our products. I am delighted that the launch of the CollabCAD module during the Tinker from Home campaign that was done during the height of the COVID-19 crisis brought in tremendous response from all the students, not only from the Atal Tinkering Labs, but from all other schools. Because design is the first element before you go into production or development. And this has ushered a new era of design thinking into our young students who are able to now use tools, who are able to visualize the creation of a product, whether it is a toy that they're making, whether it is a design of a spacecraft or an aeroplane or a vehicle or any other areas that they are looking at, allowing their imagination to fly high. We are also very proud that this is the first indigenous tool that has been created by NIC in partnership with BARC and Vikram Sarabhai Center. And the response that we have got from the students has been enthusiastic, to say the least. We are indeed very, very proud that we are extending all our capabilities aligned with the NEP 2020 along with CBSE and the secondary education. We are already in close discussion with Manoj Ahuja ji as well as Anita Karwal ji in seeing how Atal Tinkering Labs can extend their services and their capabilities and their labs to the rest of the schools across the country. It is indeed a proud day, and it is also very fortunate that we are releasing this just after Vivekananda Jayanti, who dreamt of a modern nation and who dreamt of a nation where the youth of the country are going to change and transform the future of our country. Also on this day of Lori and happy Pongal to everybody, we are delighted, and I want to convey our deep gratitude from Atal Innovation Mission for NIC to collaborate so closely and supporting us not only through this tool but in various other aspects that AIM depends upon NIC. Thank you so much. All the very best.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have signing of MoU between NIC and CBSE for CollabCAD in Engineering Graphic Curriculum. I request Dr. Joseph Emmanuel Sir, Director Academics CBSE, and Dr. Savita Davar Ma'am, DDG and HOG CollabCAD, to sign the MoU between NIC and CBSE.
Thank you.
Now I request GS Academics CBSE Mr. Hilal Ahmed Sir and Mr. G. Prasad Sir, Senior Technical Director and HOD CollabCAD, to also sign the MoU. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Now I would request CBSE Chairperson Shri Manoj Ahuja Sir to share his views.
Thank you very much. Respected Secretary Shri Ajay Sahni ji, Dr. Neeta Verma, Director General NIC and a team, Shri R. Ramanan, Mission Director, Atal Innovation Mission, my colleagues, Dr. Joseph and Dr. Jory and others from CBSE, and the others who are connected to this event. Let me at the onset compliment NIC for coming up with an indigenous CollabCAD product and collaborating with CBSE to push it forward. As you are all aware, the national education policy lays a lot of emphasis on vocationalization. CBSE has been one of the pioneering boards where across secondary and senior secondary, nearly 55 vocational subjects are offered to students. And in the senior secondary section, we have done away with any separation between academics and vocational subjects. So students are free to choose vocational subjects. One of the major challenges for us to achieve the objectives of national education policy in terms of vocationalization is to offer subjects and courses which are viable, useful, and the students end up seeing it as a good alternative to the academic subjects, which means that their future career pathways are up to their aspirations and expectations. And which means that we have to invest in each and every aspect of these vocational programs. For example, engineering graphics, which is there in about 140 schools and more than 5,000 students take it. A product like CollabCAD, along with the opportunities offered by Atal Tinkering Labs, can help students leapfrog and come at the be at the frontier of the knowledge, skills, because of this availability of this product. It's a very expensive product if you buy it from the market, and it will be a tremendous boost to this course. And I'm sure we'll work very closely with Atal Tinkering Labs to ensure that more and more students are able to use this. And after this MoU, I think we'll chalk out a program where we, in fact, have a webinar with the schools, students, teachers, and also launch this teachers training program, which will be very, very important in terms of broad basing this product and also ensuring that more and more schools are able to use this product. We also look forward to strengthening our relationship with Atal Tinkering Lab. One of the other objectives of the NEP is to shift the mindset from, as Dr. Ramanan pointed out, from rote learning to one which is creative, which is more tuned to 21st century skills. And these are the directions where CBSE is moving. CBSE is a very collaborative organization. We are in fact working very closely with NIC on other areas also. We do look forward to your support and collaboration in that. And similarly, look forward to working with the Atal Tinkering Lab mission. So on this day, I again thank you for creating this product, which will be very useful for CBSE schools, for hosting this event. And we do look forward to working closely together so that we can make this product available across CBSE schools. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Secretary MITY Shri Ajay Sani sir to release the CollabCAD ebook by clicking the curtain raising button. Sir, I request you to deliver address and share your inspiring thoughts.
Dr. Neeta Verma, Shri Ramanan, Shri Manoj Ahuja, Shri Rajendra Sethi, Dr. Savita Davar, the senior officers from CBSE who are present on this occasion, the entire team of CollabCAD that has actually worked over a number of years to develop this wonderful suite of applications. I think it's a very good morning to all of you, and my compliments to NIC, the entire team led by Dr. Savita Davar, who has actually created such a fabulous product and a product suite, I would call it, and then made it possible to use the cloud ecosystem also from NIC to take it, to actually aid a massive potential spread of the benefits of this tool set. I think it's also wonderful that this has been developed in along with and jointly in collaboration with very, very eminent institutions that anyone in India relates to and respects tremendously, and working along with them, the culture of excellence that they represent. I think that gets built into whatever is done along with them. And if it is actually used in strategic sector, if this is useful for design and for aiding manufacturing pertaining to some strategic requirements in those two sectors, I think then this really meets the tallest of benchmarks. So it's not just a suite that is a teaching and learning tool. It's actually a product in itself. It's something which is used for the most demanding of environments, and it was wonderful to see the capabilities. The kind of not just for design, but also design with the kind of requirements that need to be specified at the time of manufacturing. And I'm sure that in the hands of Atal Tinkering Labs students, this has already been extremely useful. And now when it goes mainstream, with the help of CBSE, the potential is tremendous. I would also, like to mention that the use of this application set should not remain confined only to the formal engineering graphics courses in the schools, but should also become available just for play groups and hobby groups, and it's much more a toy set. It is a fabulous online toy kit. So it's not just for formal learning, even if it is associated with vocational education. I think this needs to get inducted and become a part of our regular teaching and learning programs in a variety of science subjects. And it's basically something that people can play with. I would say it's not necessarily to be thought of as a learning tool. It's something to enjoy. It is something to play with. So the same way that when you create large databases, when you use GIS with those databases, the data, the screen starts, talking to you. You are able to understand so much more from the data when you see it on a map, when you can touch it, when you can drill down, when you can see, okay, in this particular district, in this particular area, what exactly is happening. The same way, the 3D modeling, the possibility of creating 3D models for whatever we encounter in our lives, I think brings them alive. So it helps us understand so many more dimensions of what all we are surrounded by, and I think that's really the pathway to triggering imagination and to sort of a pathway to creating new products and new services, imagining completely new things which we do not yet have with us. So sometimes, we live with these limitations that a product is designed by some far off entity. And then whatever is the product that we are able to get in the market or whatever we are able to buy, that is what we have to live with. I think this one can help the students break out of that mindset of being limited in any way in their imagination, and if they like to sort of extend the design of an existing product or to create something entirely new, it's a very remarkable tool set that they will have at their beck and call. Apart from this, I would like to mention to Manoj ji and the entire team from CBSE that we would be delighted to get from you a wish list of other products, tool sets, toolkits that would be useful in the arena of education, and not just get your wish list, but we would love to create a jointly run challenge round to actually create those and not remain confined also only to NIC. We have a number of other organizations within the government, within the fold of MITY. Apart from that, we have a burgeoning, extremely vibrant startup ecosystem, and we have in the time of the pandemic gone ahead with a number of challenge rounds that have been extremely fruitful, extremely productive. One of the challenge rounds, I am not sure which video conferencing software we are using today, but we have also, I think this is the older one, the earlier, more traditional one, but with the NIC and with the others joining in, we actually have gone through a challenge round where amazingly good software suites for video conferencing have actually come our way. We have rewarded them, and we are actually making use of 4 of the best that are developed in the country, and they are in no way inferior to the finest that we see across the globe. So similarly, whatever is there in our minds, the startups and our own institutional capacity, when it is combined, are capable of creating the tool sets that we can all enjoy. And especially if, for any developer, I think it's one of the most rewarding feelings that what they create would actually get used in schools and by students who are otherwise possibly not that well endowed. And I'm sure that if we come up with this kind of a challenge round, we will get extraordinary interest and extraordinary response to that. One more point I would like to mention before I close is that we have put together a very beautiful national language technology mission. And this will involve core research in IITs and other premier institutions, but only 1/4 of our funding over the next 3 years will be dedicated towards the core research. We have set apart a significant amount of funding to create national open data sets that are very important for developing technologies in Indian languages. For instance, spoken, the recorded voices, or translation, taking a story of Premchand in a particular language and then creating translation of that, human translation of that in various Indian languages. Take the same story or take a representative set of stories or texts and encourage the students to translate. Let the teachers curate and see which are the authentic or good translations, and then upload all of this into a national portal. Take a storybook, for instance. Take a story in the Hindi textbook for class 7th, and create an exercise where the students actually read out that story and record it. And the best recordings or the are again curated by the teachers, and then in whatever kind of a challenge makes sense for the researchers, we encourage them to upload the best ones, and then we reward those that really do well. We give them a certificate for participation in a national mission, and something like this, is extraordinarily difficult for small companies, for tiny companies, for people working independently in different parts of the country to be able to accomplish. But when we combine it with the power of students and teachers, it's something that will be a learning activity, a fun activity. At the same time, it can create a huge corpus of data sets, voice, video, and all kinds of data sets, which would be exceptionally valuable for the entire community that would develop software tools and speech recognition and translation tools and so on and so forth. So we would love to also create this kind of an activity collaboratively with CBSE and take advantage of the vibrancy and the kind of unbridled innovation that students come with. So let's get into that as well. Finally, I would like to mention that there's one book that I have really enjoyed reading. This is the Machine Platform Crowd. It's by Brynjolfsson and McAfee, and I think they are possibly very well-known people, and also having some academic, some of the stalwarts. And what they say is that the biggest successes over the past couple of decades in the world of technology have actually leveraged one or more of these factors. The increasing capability of machines. The increasing capability of machines, even in the sense of being able to provide cloud services, in the sense of being able to do huge amount of analytics and start getting into the area of artificial intelligence, where use of machines actually extends human capability. You are able to do far, far more than you would have been able to do without those machines. And the rapidly increasing capacity of the machines. The second factor being a platform. A platform rather than just a product or So I see this CollabCAD also moving towards being a platform rather than just a product which is made available over the cloud. And the third factor is crowd or peer contribution, peer learning, crowd contribution. The ability to get a very large number of participants to actually work on the same thing and to add small contributions into a large nationwide pool, into the platform. Every extra user that comes in should actually add to the strength of the underlying platform. It should not just be a tool set which is used in a passive manner. It should be an active interaction. And every time they create a design, every time they bring something into the larger pool, the platform should grow in strength. And when we work with a very large number of class teachers and students, I think the platform that you have created, making use of the cloud ecosystem that we have created, I think we can actually benefit from all three factors: the machine, the platform, and the concept of the crowd. So I see not just this, but many, many more activities into which we should apply the power of these three factors. And these are the three factors that have helped Google emerge as what it is, helped Facebook emerge, helped the emergence of countless entities, of Amazon. These are the three factors. These are the three factors that we must bring into whatever we do. And I'll be very happy to see more and more instances of this happening. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to participate in this program. Thanks a lot. Thank you, and my compliments once again to all the participants.
Thank you very much. Now I would like to invite DDG and HOG Education, Shri Rajendra Sethi sir, for the vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. It is my great privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this today's event. I, on behalf of NIC Organizing Committee for today's event, would like to thank our eminent speakers, Shri Ajay Sahni ji, Secretary MIT, Shri Manoj Ahuja ji, Chairman CBSE, Shri R. Ramanna ji, Mission Director, Atal Innovation Mission, and Dr. Neeta Verma, Director to NIC, for gracing us with the valuable insights. I will also like to thank Dr. Joseph Anwar, Director Academic CBSE, Dr. Antriksh Johri, Director IT, for their initiative of bringing this CollabCAD to this platform. I must mention my deep sense of appreciation for our great distinguished guests for joining us for this event virtually. I have been fortunate enough to be backed by the team of very motivated and dedicated colleagues from NIC CBSE and Atal Innovation Mission for their enormous support in organizing this event. A special mention for NIC Video Conferencing Webcast and media team for providing digital support to conduct event virtually. Once again, I want to state that we are all most grateful to all speakers and feel inspired by the great words. Thanks to our DG Dr. Neeta Verma for her support and guidance in this endeavor. Thank you all for joining us today, and we look forward to your support for many such pioneer initiatives. Thanks all.
Thank you, sir. I would also like to thank everyone for their valuable time and making this event successful.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Manoj ji. Thank you,
sir.
Dr. Ramanan.
Thank you.
Anjit, thank you. Thank you.